fight broke out, and apparently one of the passengers shot the driver in the back of the head. The three passengers ran away, but listen to this. The driver actually drove himself to Methodist Hospital, where he is now listed in good condition.
On the night of July 26, 2005, my life changed forever. I was working as a taxi driver in New Orleans. That night, I picked up three young men near the airport in Kennett. When I asked where they were headed, they gave me a location in New Orleans East. They gave me the name of a school in New Orleans. It's not the exact location. Now, this is not unusual because in New Orleans, when someone says, I'm going to, they usually give a landmark or a part of town like uptown or downtown or ninth ward instead of the exact location. So this was somewhere in the east. I didn't recognize, so I asked for directions. So we were on I-10, and this was one of the more expensive fares because it came from the airport. And this trip went past the flat rate zone, so there was going to be an additional cost added to it. So um, when we exited the interstate, but still drove through the service road to the next exit, something inside of me shifted. And I got this strange feeling of danger that I've never felt before. So I called my sister Shawan and I started speaking in code. I asked her questions she wasn't asking. I asked them where they were headed so she could at least hear their voice and know where I was going, if nothing else, if that's all she had. So when she asked, are you scared? Not wanting to tip them off, I was like, yeah, you know, and kept talking. And, the feeling went away for a moment. But as I followed their directions, make a right, make a left, right here, the feeling came back and it came back stronger. I remember having the presence of mind to say, God, just don't let them kill me. And instantly, it was as if time slowed down. I saw blurred streaks of lights and I felt like I was in a dream. Then I heard right here. Now, when I slowed down and looked, I was next to a big open field, so I knew what time it was. And I was going to tell them to just keep the fare. But before I could stop and get the car and park, one of them attacked me. And, I was fighting as best as I could, and I remember grabbing the guy, with my left hand and trying to turn around to him. And my head hit the window. But when I tried to go right, it was like, and everything went black.